Like I had been working so much but not too much relaxing, so I wanted to put a bunch of work into building the perfect relaxation device, a bench. Building a bench was sort of like building a garden hut, which was sort of like building a song, which is layer by layer, brick by brick. Every big tree was one small stick, so stick with it and soon you'll get that a step till a mile to the world you've been. So basically, a little bit of plan and preparation that went into it. I had to gather all of the ingredients for the stew. I guess you could say cooking a meal is also like building a bench. Get all the different spices together, and then soon you've got yourself a meal. I'd been thinking about building a bench for a little bit of time, and then I had found my dad's old saw that could cut any direction, and boy, it opened up just the whole production process. Really getting started, cranking into this, cutting up some wood, measuring it, really putting my all into figuring out. I'm just putting in that work, you know. So throughout this video, I'll show the different processes of each things that I'm talking about, because I'm hoping that it'll demonstrate my point that all these different creative processes are basically the same thing. If you've done one thing, if you've picked up a pencil and wrote a note, then technically you've also built a garden hut yourself, because, okay, maybe that's, my arm might hurt from stretching that one a little bit far. I do go. Are we fishing? Because I'm reeling that one in. Okay. So let me continue talking about the bench for a little bit, a portion of it, because it felt like it kind of came together within a few days, because it was coming off about, it had hit the 6 or 7 week mark after I had fractured my index finger on my right hand. So I had been a little bit out of the game of building things for a little bit, but I finally felt like I was back to my full left and right moded self, even a little bit more ambidextrous than previously with a little left hand upgrades. But after I had sliced one of the pieces, I kind of just used it to then measure the other pieces, and just using the materials as their own ruler. I didn't even have a standard ruler. I did have a little colored pencil that I was using to mark the lines with, so it ended up working out, piecing together. Some of them I nailed in, some of them I screwed in, and even some of the screws, some of them I pre-drilled and some of them I didn't. So you had to change the adapter on the screws. Added a little bit of complexity and time figuring out the best efficiency models, but I wasn't really worried about that. I was kind of just liking the variation of trying different things and seeing which one is working. And there's always twists and challenges along the way that you have to figure out how to overcome, because I did have to do a little bit of reworking on parts and cutting twice, 3 times. Felt like I was watching so many videos of other people doing similar things that I had gathered a different array of knowledge in my brain of how to go about such a task. So glad I got that all squared away. And even something like cooking, it reminds me of pretty recently I had chefed up a bunch of things for my garden. I had saw some videos about broccoli leaves being very helpful, since it's in the family is like kale and lettuce, spinach, and all that cabbage type. I mean, obviously cauliflower, but that realm, the leaves are very good. So you can chop them up, you can chop them up, you can chop them up, you can put them in salad, but I like to saute things. So there's a bunch of other things that now it feels like I'm reaping the benefits of some of the garden work that I put in way back then. And it's just like I said, sitting on the bench, it's like I'm now not really sitting on the bench because I have to stand to cook, but the idea of relaxing, and then I guess you can sit down at the dinner table. Just this week, the other day, a different project that I was working on was this little side walk away by my parents' house that I stay at about half of the time. We had been talking about, maybe some stepping stones eventually. And again, different references in terms of watching YouTube videos and seeing how they went about it, that my parents had collected and database sourced, like, oh, look at these things that could be done to our side yard, which I ended up kind of throwing together within a whole day, afternoon. And it shaped out to be pretty special and pretty efficient, and it works and it is nice. But basically what I was bringing that up for, because the trials and tribulations of something like that, is where I had to redo a bunch of the stakes and pegs because it would be off center, wonky. I feel like I had to stake them all in more times than I had to. Just show the little update. Again, I can't complain because it all got done within the day with only a little bit of back pain and arm and leg. So sometimes it's a matter of taking a sketch into a 3D world type idea. And in terms of trial and error type conversation too, with making these beats, I've been trying to do some more MIDI input. Even I was doing some loop-based content that I never had posted yet. I didn't know what to do with because it didn't turn out as good as I was hoping it would be, because I watch other people who are really good at this stuff, and I hadn't practiced this specific sort of thing, so some of the melodies and rhythms are a little bit wonky, but I also enjoy how they've been shaping up. So I figure it's all in the same sort of conversation of creative expression and trying to do things and make something from nothing, kind of just in my free time and even at work. So I figure I'll play a little snippet of that, and that can be something fun too.
Now we got a base coat. Need I say so? That the way I create most days is a rainbow, meaning I make every single range, bro. Hold it up. Let me make it clear like Drano. Since doodling and grateful, didn't care to blow up dormant volcano. Case closed, brief when I shut it down. Dang, I go nutty, but I ain't just some funny clown. Money found, ringing in a place my bank fund account. Tongue round the back of my noggin for something now to say relevant to what I'm about. And this bench ain't done, but a detour is coming
and now
out.
It's all making me reflect about my whole sewing journey it feels like I've been on. It's been the past year, but the first half of it was just embroidery, not really sewing, but it had a different compartment where now I've just been more so sewing and patching things up and making things and having fun in the journey of clothing and really visual self-expression. Even if I haven't been wearing them too much, a lot of the bags I've been making I have been utilizing. So it's cool putting the effort into something like that where it feels like it's usable and versatile. I've been trying to lean into some things that are actually productive. You can make the argument that songs and visuals and videos and stuff that I had been making for years prior could be beneficial in the lens of inspiration or joy or the things that I attempt to portray in them, just whatever emotions. A different perspective these days, feeling like trying to make bags and clothing, or even this bench and all these type of things, even the garden and the food, all those things are in the category of things that are actually physical items that can get benefit from others, hopefully, is my intention. I even try to give some of the little garden collectings out to friends, family, and half of my mind, you gotta think if you could market off of it. But at the end of the day, I make it for myself first, and then I have to sit with it for like a week or two until I can even decide if I want to try to sell it. And in my brain, I'm thinking back to I'd want to make it cheap, if so, because it was cheap for me to make. So whatever direction take, because it seems like either way, I just can't stop creating things and figuring out how to make just something from nothing, whatever genre of item or style of music or medium of expression of mode of wood or metal, or sometimes I put metal screws into some wooden creation, and sometimes there's metal screws in the computer that somebody else had made. I just reap the benefits of the person who had put a lot of time into making the laptop that then I can create little sounds on that make my ears happy. Hope that they can for those two.
Because I think it might be done. I'm just trying to think if any last minute, because just right here seems like it could need spray painted, but I don't even know if it does. In the back, let me see.
I do want to make this video snippy, but try to add some organization. Hopefully I'll utilize title cards is what I've been thinking to myself lately, so we'll see how this pieces together. Now, I only have a little bit of time before I do have to drive to my actual job that I work 24 hours a week. It's basically 27 actually, but 30 if you count the travel times, of everything, but 27 because for lunch times you get the hour, but I don't think I get paid for that. But this, anyway, 9 hours, I don't have to break down, but that's the video, and I hope you enjoyed, and stick tuned for next ones, I suppose.
You got it the other way? Is it going? Oh wait, try this. You can try it. Is that going? Is it going? Other way? Alright, thank you. That's all it is.
It's 33 seconds.
Okay.
Is that enough? Probably.
Sometimes people say you gotta say like and subscribe, and maybe I shouldn't care and say that shit too, but most of the times I don't really even think about it, but I guess just then I did, so I said it.
It's video.
Dude, take it.
It's video.
Take it. Take the
I'm
picture.
taking 24
Take
a
the
second.
picture.
I'm taking 24.
Take the picture.
I'm taking 24 pictures a second. It's a video. Oh, and the clouds too.